Greetings from the garden at 25 Summit Street, or one of the gardens. This is sort of the main garden behind the kitchen, and there's a lot in bloom right now. These cone flowers in particular, they need to be propped up again, they're getting so big. And we've got all sorts of mint growing, and there's sedums out here in the front. Maybe we'll walk up through the path.
It's July.
So,
July.
I'm sorry?
July.
Oh, it's July 20 something. It's very warm. We've needed to water a lot. So there's some new things that have just gone in, some balloon flowers that'll be big next year. They're called balloon flowers because these little these look like balloons, and then they pop open with a purple flower. And we have our new bird that mines the garden, takes care of whatever needs taken care of. So there's more cone flowers, and these are called something like flying angel, which are also getting a little over the top.
A little flying there.
They're, falling angels. And this is this new thing this year of putting, what was this called? With an M. Anyway, it's a vine that it's related to hibiscus, and it's growing up this old funky rusty metal thing. So this is funny. This purple phlox over here, the birds obviously poop some of the seeds over here, and now it's over here. But anyway, there's purple phlox there. These were peonies that are done. And this is
What's the red thing?
this beautiful red thing. It's actually a little bit beyond its prime, but you'll see one when we get to the orange version. And I can never remember the name of this, but it's gotten quite huge if you compare it to me. And now here's our Joe Pye weed, which now, so I'm 5'7", that's about 6'7" or 6'8". It's gotten quite crazy. And then of course there's the butterfly bush that's also gotten a little nuts. So back here, I'll go back here and point out to you roses and roses. And here's that same flower that's over there. That's an older plant, but last year I liked it so much I planted an orange version. And then we've got white phlox coming here to go with the white cone flowers, and there's all sorts of stuff that will pop up later, asters and stuff. And I'll come over there. And so here we have another version of balloon flower, the short version. And then these are called red hot pokers, which are a little funny. They're bigger than the maple tree now, but okay. And over here we have the cactus garden. That's a few weeds. And the rosemary that isn't really supposed to be a perennial, but last winter it just kept going. So this is actually last year's rosemary, back for a second season. And should we walk up there to see? Okay, so back out here we have, actually this is kind of maybe to enter from the driveway sort of, but we have the new sort of multicolor cone flowers that are going very well. And then the black-eyed Susans are starting. They just started a week ago really. And this bamboo that, it grows like, I don't know, a millimeter a year. And here we have this clematis that has completely taken over the gas tank and structure, and the gas man is not very happy about that. So we're going to move that next year. But this will have white flowers that are just kind of starting to pop up.
Driftwood drying, drifting.
So now you can sort of get a view back to the whole to this garden. There's the cabin with its new shingles and the new outdoor shower. And then in the driveway we just have a small garden which going on here, but there's some roses and there's some lupine, which maybe it'll work. And then this is this Gumfrina that we first learned about in Africa. The one that they had and I had last year was purple. This year I got the red, sort of strawberry. And then moving along, there's the hydrangeas that I'm sort of debating what to do with them. But anyway, there's a few different limelight hydrangeas. And then over here there's some Rosa rugosa that's spreading a lot. And what are we looking at? The birdhouse? Oh, there's a birdhouse that David built that has had twigs in it and evidence of, you know, see those twigs coming out of there. There was action in there. And then we have some Rosa rugosa and some more limelights along the path there. So, do you want to, no, it's okay. Where should we go? Over to the herb garden maybe and then down the side? Okay. So we're walking back from the driveway and, okay. Here we are back at the kitchen and at the hummingbird feeder, which we have been having a lot of fun watching hummingbirds. Of course, right now when we're filming, there aren't any, but maybe they'll come back. But this was filled 2 days ago. They are hungry little guys. So, so here, this was a lettuce patch, but now, since the lettuce is done, I've put some other flowers in there. And then we've got our hostas, and these are the herbs. What the heck is this? Some tomatoes, but lots of different herbs. There's oregano and lemon thyme, and like, it needs to be harvested and figured out what to do with it. This is, over here we have parsley. We've been using a lot of that. It's really good. And then this thing is actually chamomile, which I guess I should do something with that. There's more mint, and then these are nasturtium, the flowers that are the edible flowers that look pretty on salads and stuff. And then we have another small butterfly bush that's actually looking quite good this year. Pretty good. There's kind of a view of, oh, and I'll point out over here, there's a Rose Sharon starting up this year. Sort of pinky purpley flowers. And then over here we have a shade garden because it's shady. And there's some hostas and there's some goosenecks, those white guys that are also over here. The goosenecks are really great. And this silvery thing that, I forget what it's called. And these are type of hydrangea that have sort of, yeah, that's the gooseneck. And then over here you can see some of the hydrangea flowers. It's a lace cap hydrangea. And then it's sort of symmetrical, so there's more of these guys, and more hydrangea, and hosta. And these hosta are getting a little monstrous. And this is the back deck. Front deck is front deck. Okay. So more hosta, some ferns that came from Cambridge, and then let's go down here. This is the lily garden, and And these are all different kinds of lilies. And then there's this, what they call Roseanne geranium, this purple spreading thing that's growing in between them. And then I forget what this one's called, but it kind of cascades down the slope. And then I just added some orange lilies, added this white rose of Sharon, which is now going to be the corner piece, if you will. Look at that one, that's pretty. They are doing great, these lilies. They're a gooder. And then let's see. Are we on? Yeah. So this is the front garden, and just David helped create a system for them climbing up, and look at that. They're very happy now because they're shooting up some roses. So they're orange roses. And I have to say these daisies have been over-sunned and are just a little fried, but we've got a new plant here. This is a version of, it's called butterfly weed. It's a version of milkweed actually, and it will grow quite large and attracts lots of butterflies. And that's, what is that? I forget what that's called. Anyway, these are about to pop over here. And these are the snapdragons that were like, in a 6-pack for $4, and they were an annual, except they stayed over winter and came back. And here we have the verbena, which, golly gee, it's sort of spreading. Look at that. And here there's white roses. There are not too many out right now, but there's one up there. So that's that. As you can tell, there are really way too many gardens. But so now this is kind of new. So we did have somewhat of a garden here last year, but because we did the renovation and built the deck, the screened-in porch, I extended this garden. So now you've got your sedums and cactus and drought-tolerant things. But in the back, I've put some little lime lights. Those hopefully won't go as tall as the window. We don't want the weed block. And then behind them is Russian sage. And then over here there are 3 pink roses that have done really well. They just went in this year. That's a sedum. This?
Fuzzy sedum.
Oh no, that's a silver mound something or other. Yeah. Nah. Let's just go up here.
Let's say something
We've
about
got
the
this
extent.
switchgrass here.
What's this?
That's yucca. And then we've added steps here along this new path, and this we're now alongside the new screened-in porch. And this is, oh, look at that! That just started up. Isn't that cute? Little Johnny jump up. So I basically spread seeds here, and then I put in some ferns. This fern is called a sweet fern, which has an incredible smell, a wonderful smell. And these are some Japanese ferns. And it's fun with the seed mixtures because I haven't even known what to figure out. There's a lot of different stuff. These are popping up, whatever they are. And then there's another version of sort of the deck, the new deck of the redone porch, redone cabin. David built a beautiful window box. So that's what, there's some annuals in there. And then I've just put some sort of ground covery vincas and a few goosenecks. It's sort of like the variegated idea of that shrub and the variegated vinca. And looking back to the deck, we added some things down here. And our chimenea, that's should we take a little view of the porch? If you are actually still watching, this is our new stringent porch. So there's a big deck, and it's really great. It faces the bay, and we sit out here. There's a nice fan out here, not that we ever really need it. And we sit here, and we eat here, and we read here, and then there's also a little apron porch for sitting out there in the sun with a nice light. And this leads back into the kitchen.